And now little Johnny's looking at you like, what? Coach, what are you talking about? Yo, what's up guys? Coach Darren here from Highlight Hoops, author of the book, Good Coach, Bad Coach, a practical guide to help youth basketball coaches coach better. And today we're gonna be talking about a very, very important concept, positive reinforcement versus punishment, and why over punishment ruins youth basketball teams. But first, let's briefly describe both so we're all on the same page. Positive reinforcement is when a coach adds something positive to increase a specific behavior. Punishment is when a coach adds something negative to decrease a specific behavior. So an example of positive reinforcement is if during a game a kid is playing aggressive defense and the coach is on the sideline clapping it up, yeah, let's go, good defense. Even if that kid gets a foul, if the coach hypes it up and the coach is super proud of that kid, now you're reinforcing aggressive defense, so everybody's gonna start playing defense like that. Punishment, most coaches are familiar with this. The classic example are when kids are fooling around during practice, beep, 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 everybody on the line, we're running. Now don't get me wrong, positive reinforcement and punishment both have their place, but too many coaches focus on punishment thinking that that's gonna produce the best results, when in actuality, positivity will get you way further. Now picture this. Let's say we have Coach Mike and little Johnny in this fictional scenario. This is a classic example I see when I'm observing coaches during practices and games. Trust me, I know the struggle. Most youth basketball coaches only have practice one day a week. And in that small practice time, you try to cram in a lot of different drills, but it just never seems like it's enough. Week to week, it doesn't seem like kids are improving or clearly understanding your message. That's why I created a free PDF and it goes over exactly what to teach kids by age. Because sometimes you actually teach the right things, it's just that the kids are either too old or too young to really lock in and focus on what you're saying. The free PDF goes over exactly what you should be covering in practices, and more importantly, what you should not be covering in practices. And it spans from kids as young as 6 years old all the way up to varsity. And it doesn't matter if you're coaching boys or girls, all the skills are transferable. So if you're interested in the free PDF, the link is in the description box below. Honestly, it takes like 10 seconds. I just need your email and I'll send it right to you. So Coach Mike in practice wants aggression. Specifically, he wants kids to be driving to the basket. He thinks his team is settling for way too many jump shots. So when little Johnny hears this, he thinks, wow, that's great. So when he catches the ball, he rips through hard and he attacks full steam to the basket. Little Johnny does it 3 times in a row and the layup gets worse and worse every single time he drives. The first time, the ball hits off the back of the rim and goes out. The second time, the ball hits the right side of the backboard and just beams out of bounds. And the third time, I don't know how, he shoots a layup and it goes completely over the backboard. So when Coach Mike sees this, he gets frustrated. He starts screaming at Johnny, Johnny, what are you doing? You need to focus. How can your layups go this way, that way, up, down? And now little Johnny's looking at you like, what? Coach, what are you talking about? Most coaches get tripped up because they're way more concerned with the outcome than the actual behavior. There's 2 responses that Coach Mike could give. There's the punishment response and then the positive reinforcement response. With the punishment response, Coach Mike screams at the top of his lungs, little Johnny gets embarrassed. Now, little Johnny associates driving the basket with embarrassment. So what does little Johnny do? Little Johnny never drives the ball again because who wants to get embarrassed? The positive reinforcement response is Coach Mike walking over to little Johnny saying, let's go, Johnny. Yo, good job. He high fives little Johnny and moves on to the next play. Now, little Johnny associates driving with approval. So little Johnny's gonna start driving all day long. This is what you want in this situation. And keep in mind, you're not coaching in a vacuum. It's not just you and little Johnny. You have a whole team, and the whole team is watching how you respond to things. Don't you think that everybody on the team wants approval? So if they see you praising Johnny for driving, everybody else is gonna start driving. If they see you yelling and embarrassing little Johnny for driving, what do you think everybody else is gonna do? They're gonna stop driving because nobody wants to get embarrassed. The core principle here is, as coaches, we have to be more focused on the behavior rather than the outcome. Because if you punish the behavior that you asked for just because the outcome wasn't perfect, then players will stop giving you that behavior. This is how we build confidence in our youth athletes. Fear reduces performance while confidence increases it. Because if you told little Johnny to drive, he drove, he missed, you screamed, and what kid or honestly, what human being wants to be punished for doing as they are told? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Coach Darren out. Peace.